Hi, welcome to Breaking Panels. My name's Dean.
I'm Ashley.
And today, with the build-up to Justice League just around the corner, we're going to go back and take a look at the DCEU so far. So, first off was Man of Steel, way back.
Back in 2013.
2013, I can't believe it's nearly 4 years. That's crazy. So, what was your first thoughts of Man of Steel when you went?
I loved it. It was actually the first movie, I think, ever that I never watched a trailer.
Oh, really?
Every single film I've watched a trailer. That was the first one I've never seen a trailer.
That's one thing we did try and do. We stopped watching trailers for a while. Unfortunately, now we do reaction videos.
Exactly.
Can't really do that. Yeah, Man of Steel, I loved it. Henry Cavill was really good. Amy Adams, I thought was a great Lois Lane.
She was brilliant.
The CGI. I always did think there was a bit of too much handy cam in it when I first watched it. Like the shaking hand. And I wasn't blown away. Jonathan Kent's couple of things that he said about leaving the boys to die in the bus. I was a bit like, okay, that's a bit harsh, but the overall really good story. I loved how they brought Zod in, the technology of Krypton. I think you saw that, and the first 20 minutes of it is.
I thought Zod was amazing. Michael Shannon blew it out the park for me. He didn't say that classic Zod line, but I didn't think he needed to. He was a general.
That's Terry Stamps.
Exactly.
That's Terry Stamps. So.
He was a general bred for one thing only: to protect Krypton. And without Krypton, he's a soldier without a cause.
Definitely.
So he's looking to bring Krypton back, and obviously Cal is standing in that way.
What did you think about no pants for the Superman costume? They completely changed it.
Yeah, I kind of liked it because I'd already got accustomed to that in the New 52 comics.
Yeah,
no one's wearing pants anymore. I love the suit. It was quite dark, more darker than I'm used to. I love the Christopher Reeve's real light blue pop-in.
Yeah.
But no, I love it. I like the sort of the sculpting around the wrists and the sort of sculpture around the sides as well.
And he was massive in that suit. He really felt like the scene where he comes out of the water. He was good. He felt that suit well. So
he was amazing shape and good on the actors. I think for any actor, especially like Ben Affleck in Batman v Superman, to get that muscle going on, and good on him. Yeah,
really good. Score was beautiful. Hans Zimmer came in for that score after the Nolan trilogy, so we got
one of my favourite scores of all time. That scene where Clark is going up against the World Engine. It's just building and building and building, and they're contrasting it with Steve Lombard and Perry trying to save Jenny in the rubble.
Yeah.
Anyone can be a hero, you don't have to be Kryptonian or have powers. The music was sensational, one of my favourite scenes of all time.
Brilliant. Okay, so then was it 3 years later? A year later than it was meant to come out. They put a year delay on it.
Yes, they did.
The critically acclaimed or critically slammed, I would say, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Oh wow. What a saga that was. I think
it was. There was a lot of first of all, the casting choice, Ben Affleck as Batman. I'd hold up my hand. I was first to be very disappointed by Ben Affleck. I was very no. And I loved him doing Argo, and I loved him doing his other work, and I really felt as an actor in Hollywood he really moved in a different direction. And to come back doing this big blockbuster superhero movie, I wasn't too sure. I remember him being in Mallrats and being that jokey guy, the New Jersey boy. I was really, really surprised and relieved that he'd done such a good job.
Yeah, he did do a good job. I think one of the things that most people worried about was his age.
Yeah.
Because I think he started off older than what Christian Bale was when he ended his run as Batman.
Yeah.
But I love Ben Affleck. I think he's a great actor. I've loved him pretty much for a long time, actually. I loved a lot of his films.
He's the Bombing Phantom?
He is the Bombing Phantoms. But I absolutely loved him in it. I thought that he was a superb Batman.
Yeah.
Really gruff. He looked like a UFC fighter, especially in that first trailer we saw.
Where he steps out?
Yes. And he just looked hench. He looked big. It was all shoulders. I thought he was absolutely phenomenal.
Costume?
Loved it. It's probably the best Batman costume on film.
Yeah, it's more true to the comics, I think. It's like the grey, the black cowl. He can move his neck, but they still give him that bulk. Like you say, he's real bulky shoulders, but still moving his neck. Unfortunately, the theatrical cut was just over 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
And it did cut out a lot. And at the time, I did remember thinking, why would people think Superman killed people with bullets? They're setting him up.
Yeah.
And it isn't until I enjoyed the film, but there was still a lot of questions. I was a bit like, why have they done that? But when you watch the ultimate cut, it is so good, and I loved it so much. Did you see him actually burning the bodies at the beginning?
Yes.
So it's Superman uses heat vision You see the big, like the African woman coming forwards and saying, "I lied, it wasn't."
Yeah.
And you can see Lex Luthor plotting this out for that 18 months. He's plotting it out, and I'm not a massive fan of how Lex came out. He's a bit too jesting for me. Maybe a good Riddler or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
But he done what he done, and I loved. Doomsday looked great. I loved to see him evolve.
Yeah.
Like you see the bones coming out every time. Yeah. And
just like Dan Jurgens' run. Yeah, on the Death of
brilliant.
Superman.
Yeah.
I kind of like going back to what you were saying about the sort of the whole ultimate cut and the theatrical cut. I don't know how on earth anyone could have got away with saying they should have done that. It was absolutely bizarre, and I'm surprised Zack wasn't. I can imagine him being quite frustrated, sort of like coming out with, I've made this film. You've asked me to make this film, and yet you don't. you're not happy with what I've made, and you want to trim it. It was a bad call.
Bad call.
It was a bad call.
And I don't think anyone would have complained to get an extra half hour for your money. Like,
no, certainly not. I mean, no, because I've never been a fan of like The Hobbit, and I've never been a fan of Lord of the Rings, but I've always envied those fans having the complete package. There's nothing left on the cutting board floor. They get it all, and I really wanted that, and I kind of got it with Watchmen. That was like 3 hours, and I thought we got it with Batman v Superman at the end.
At the end, we had to wait till the Blu-ray release, but thankfully we got it straight away. There wasn't like a delay. Sometimes they delay the release of extended film. So Hans Zimmer came back with Junkie XL. Yeah, it gave it more heavier. I think you got like the "This Is My World" tune, which I hold up my hand. Is like the feels. But I think Junkie XL, he gave it that like more military hit.
That dun 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 dun. It's just powerful. There's no other word for it. Absolutely amazing.
And I like Lex's tune is kind of the reverse of the Man of Steel tune. It's like every silent bit really clever music.
Yeah, and of course, Wonder Woman debut
Wonder Woman on the big screen. For so long we've waited. Yeah, so long, and she smashed it. She absolutely smashed it.
So. I know what you're going to say. That scene with the three of them.
Oh. Even now, I get goosebumps thinking about it. That is the goosebump moment. Yeah. When they're standing together and you see the flames in the background. So I've waited so long. Yeah. I'm going to be like in Justice League. I know.
She was phenomenal. Gal Gadot was phenomenal. She's our Wonder Woman.
Yeah, definitely. Very on the filter, quite filter heavy. It didn't use so much handy cam. There was a little bit in it still, but maybe a bit too much filter again. I wish Zack Snyder, because you read a DC comic and then colours pop. So
of course,
I'd love to see the blue, and hopefully we get that in a bit more Justice League but we'll talk about that later.
What did you think about the fight between Batman and Superman? You had that Frank Miller-esque battle suit. You had like all the tricks coming out. You had the grenades.
I loved it. It was short, and I think I feel like they built up this film Batman v Superman. Yeah. And it clearly wasn't done. And I've said it in a review that we've posted before, that this film was Dawn of Justice, and it's Dawn of the Justice League, the Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I think the fight, they used it to advertise the fight and on the billboards and the big match-up.
Of course.
And that same year we had Civil War, Captain America, so that was the big fight off and stuff like that. And I don't think the studios have massive rivalry, but they love the rivalry between the fans. Yeah, the the geeks, they think, and I'm pretty sure they sit back and love it because they're getting all the promotion. But I think they promoted it wrong. Yeah, they should have done it. Just call it Dawn of Justice. You had Man of Steel, Dawn of Justice, and had clips of the fight, but that's not what the film was about.
Because even Lex, when he was talking to when he was talking, he did say, the Gotham Guardian versus the Last Son of Krypton. He even was billing it as a big fight film. Yeah. So I don't know. But I liked the fight itself. It was very hard hitting.
Yeah, just laying down some smack on Superman is good, and the Kryptonian grenades that he used, it was clever. Yeah, it was a clever fight because everyone knows Superman can kill him. And there is that one line he goes, "Oh, I could kill you straight away." Kind of, he says something like that. Yeah. And it's clever because he could. He's a god basically. Yeah. But the way Bruce always thinks,
he's a tactician, a master tactician.
Yeah, definitely. So he's got the grenades, he's got the spear ready. Yeah. He's laid it all out. Yeah. Before that fight's taking place, he's laid it all out.
Exactly. He knows all the hits.
Yeah. That's it. And that's the end of the DCEU Road So Far Part 1. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you know when Part 2's available. Thank you for watching.